Welcome to the ADHD Mind, a space for ADHD, creativity, and personal development. How to finish what you start. You all are probably familiar with that rush of dopamine when we just started a new project, came up with a new idea, just opening the first page of a new book, or getting stuff for a new hobby. This sense of novelty is a natural motivator for many of us, especially the ones with ADHD. We could hyper-focus on this new thing for hours in a day, even days or weeks, as long as our brains still find the activity stimulating. Once the initial rush of dopamine wears off, we with ADHD just wake up one day and completely forget about our new obsession last week, as if nothing happened. I've been there many times myself. So what can we do about it? I like the idea that Scott Young came up with to tackle this problem. We should categorize our activities into two different types, experiments versus commitments. Experiments are okay to quit. Commitments need to be carried out to the very end. Number 1, experiments. May brainstorm tons of ideas, but it's okay if not all of them will be followed through. Reading 3 to 4 books at once to see which one you like. Start 2 to 3 projects at once to keep the excitement, then see which one is feasible and most likely to stick. Try out as many things or hobbies as you like, although be aware of the financial constraint. Stop telling yourself or reinforcing this limiting belief. I'm a quitter. I can never finish or accomplish anything in life. I'm a total failure. Why even bother? This is a self-fulfilling prophecy, which means you will be more likely to give up too soon. You don't see any point in even trying. Instead, replace this negative self-talk with, I know that I tend to quit things easily as it happened quite a lot in the past. That's a part of who I am, and it has caused me a lot of shame and guilt. It's likely to happen again, but if I don't try different things, how do I know which one will stick? It doesn't hurt to keep trying and learn how to overcome it along the way. As Seth Godin said in his book, The Dip, quitters never win and winners never quit is bad advice. Winners quit all the time. They just quit the right stuff at the right time. Sometimes it's a wise decision to quit when you know it won't work out the way you expected it before, or when you realize it's a dead end and leading to nowhere. Then why spend your time and energy to continue pushing through when you don't see any changes at all? That's when it's a good idea to quit and try something else that might work and help you achieve your goals. Number 2, commitments. However, it is a good habit to stay committed to things that we strongly value or find meaningful, or things that have long-term benefits, despite the challenges we're facing at the moment. I'm not saying this is an easy thing to do, because this is one of my biggest struggles with ADHD, which is following through with habits, hobbies, projects, or mundane tasks. For example, let's say I might be excited and jump from one video idea to another without finishing and posting any of them. Then it is important to remind myself that no matter how many exciting video ideas I can come up with, I have to commit to posting at least once every 2 weeks. On good days, it may be once a week. Because this is what I truly enjoy doing. It's my creative outlet to create something meaningful. I'm determined to overcome my struggles to make it work. I'm not sure how long this will work out for, but I like to keep myself focused on what I can do in the present. It's okay to fall off track multiple times during the process because I have accepted the way my ADHD brain works. And instead of constantly shaming myself for it, I'd rather focus my energy on how to get myself back on track and keep on trying. So the main point is, once you determine that something is worth committing to, and you can see a high possibility of yourself sticking with it, then set an achievable goal and force yourself to stick with it by implementing systems that work well with your ADHD brain. Feel free to check out my other videos from the playlist Productivity Getting Things Done for more tips on how to do this. Set some limits or constraints to the choices available to you to keep yourself focused on 1 to 2 things instead of getting sidetracked due to too many options. Start small. Don't set a goal for a few months or a year at the beginning. Instead, start with a short period of time, a couple of weeks or a month, where you are not allowed to back out. After that period, re-evaluate the situation and figure out the next step. Is it worth continuing? These short-term commitments work much better for us since it's more manageable. According to Scott Young, creating this split between experiments and commitments does two things. Number one, it gives you the power to finish things that matter to you, regardless of whether you are always motivated to work on them. Number two, it makes you much more cautious about entering into commitments because you take them seriously. You don't start big projects without due diligence. That means you often do smaller experiments beforehand to scope out the commitment before taking it on. This makes your eventual commitments more successful in the long run. It's okay to recategorize your activities between these two types as you see fit, but also give yourself some limit or constraint in order to make this concept work well. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful and subscribe to my channel for more content on ADHD and personal development.